Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ambassador Eleni Kounalakis. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of California. Welcome to the historic Stanford Mansion in Sacramento for today's signing ceremony of a new Memorandum of Understanding on Climate Change and Trade between the Mexican state of Sonora and the state of California. On behalf of Governor Gavin Newsom, who we will hear from in a few moments, I am honored to welcome to California the Honorable Alfonso Durazo Montaño, Governor of the state of Sonora, and his delegation. Welcome. I am also particularly pleased to welcome our good friend here in Sacramento, Consul General Christian Tonatiu Gonzalez. And if you will indulge me, I'd like to recognize that we have some other dignitaries here with us, including State Senator Durazo and State Senator Becker. Speaker of the California Assembly, Speaker Rivas. Assembly members Alvarez, Ortega, and Carrillo. With the governor's administration, Director of GoBiz, Dee Myers, is here. Secretary Yana Garcia. Commissioners Andrew McAllister and Lauren Sanchez. And the head of the California Energy Commission, David Hochschild. You notice there are quite a few surnames that might be familiar to you in that group. Today, California and Sonora are elevating our joint commitment to combating climate change. We are signing our resolve, signaling our resolve to work together to advance and lead the way to a more sustainable and technologically advanced future. We are deeply honored to welcome Governor Durazo, whose presence underlines the importance both our governments attach to the fight against climate change. Governor Durazo is an accomplished and dedicated public servant with many years of service to his state and to Mexico. Prior to his election as governor in 2021, he served as a member of Congress representing Sonora. He also served under former President Andrés Manuel López Obrador in the critically important and very challenging post of Secretariat of Public Safety. His impressive academic credentials include degrees in engineering, law, public administration, and a doctorate in public policy. Mr. Governor, please welcome to the podium.
Amigas, amigos, es un honor estar el día de hoy aquí con ustedes, con su acompañamiento y particularmente en este evento que encabeza el gobernador Newsom.
It's an honor to be here with you, with your company, especially because we are in an event where the leader is Governor Newsom.
Celebramos que nos convoque un tema fundamental para el futuro de la humanidad.
We are celebrating that we are working in an item that is fundamental for humanity.
En el que el estado de California se ha convertido en vanguardia a nivel mundial.
Where California has become ahead as a world leader in this subject.
La lucha contra el cambio climático.
The fight against climate change.
La primera vez que se habló de cambio climático sonó como una extravagancia científica.
The first time that we talk about climate change, it sounds something extravagant, like something like out of the world.
Como un tema que alcanzaba exclusivamente a científicos y académicos que hacían vida exclusivamente en sus cubículos.
And this was possible or seen as only for scientific or academic people that was only working in their own world.
Lamentablemente, el cambio climático ha mostrado sus expresiones lastimando a los más necesitados.
But now we have seen this climate change is hurting the people who is in the most need.
Vemos, en el caso de California, en el caso particular de Sonora, que hemos conocido por igual inundaciones bíblicas que sequías bíblicas.
And California and Sonora, both the same, we have seen what is a Bible dryness or also a lot of rain.
Particularmente vivimos una sequía histórica no conocida en nuestra entidad.
Historically, we are living a dryness that we never saw before,
Que nos ha llevado a conocer temperaturas propias de un horno.
and this has taken to meet our known temperatures that is like being in an oven.
Consecuentemente, debemos dejar de voltear hacia otro lado y dejar de asumir que aquí no pasa nada.
So as a consequence, now we have to stop looking on the sides and see that something is happening and not ignore that something is not.
Y sumar esfuerzos en una lucha que nos va a reconocer la humanidad en el futuro.
And join efforts in a fight that is going to be recognized by humanity in the future.
Porque, como decía un político a cuyo lado me formé y que lamentablemente fue asesinado en una carrera presidencial, el mundo no nos fue heredado por nuestros padres, nos fue prestado por nuestros hijos.
Because as I learned from one of my mentors, a politician that was assassinated years ago, we can say that the world was not inherited from our parents. We are borrowing from our children.
Consecuentemente, es fundamental sumar esfuerzos, no obstante que opiniones políticas desestimen la necesidad de luchar contra el cambio climático.
So it is important that we join forces fighting against climate change, even that is the difference of opinion, and we are trying sometimes to deny what is going on.
Y es un honor hacerlo con el estado de California, que ha sido no solo pionero, sino vanguardia en su contribución al mejoramiento medioambiental.
And it's an honor to do it with the state of California, who has been a leader in this subject and also has been with a strategy fighting against.
Y hacerlo con el gobernador Newsom, que ha jugado un rol estelar en la definición de políticas públicas de vanguardia en materia medioambiental.
Especially with Governor Newsom, who has been a lead, especially in everything related to environmental betterness.
Sonora y California tienen lazos históricos.
Sonora and California have historical, I'm sorry, yes, thanks.
Generaciones de sonorenses han hecho patria aquí en el estado de California.
Generations of people from Sonora have become to live in California, and this is the new country.
La fiebre del oro hasta la fundación de Los Ángeles, en cuyo inventario de los 44 familias originales hay una originaria, la familia Mesa, de Álamos, Sonora.
Since the gold fever and also other historical items, and including one of the 44 original families in California, in Los Angeles, that was family with the last name Mesa.
México es el principal destino de los productos de California.
Mexico is the main destination for products from California.
Y ahora sumamos esfuerzos para que el estado de Sonora sea también vanguardia, no solo nacional, sino a nivel internacional, en el mejoramiento medioambiental y en la suma de esfuerzos para luchar contra el cambio climático.
And now we are joining forces for Sonora also to become lead not only at a national level, but also an international level in everything regarding a best environment.
Así es que estoy muy contento del memorándum de entendimiento que se firma el día de hoy, porque estoy seguro que en la suma de esfuerzos daremos mejores resultados a nuestra gente, a nuestros ciudadanos, y habremos de recibir el agradecimiento no buscado de las futuras generaciones. Gracias por su atención.
Thank you, Governor. Oh, sorry, the last. You would think I was.
Sorry.
My apologies.
So I'm very happy to sign this MOU with California, and I'm even more happy because we are doing this work for the future generations and also the population of our states.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, next we will hear from the 40th Governor of the state of California and a leading figure in the global fight against climate change, Governor Gavin Newsom.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Lieutenant Governor. Mr. Governor, thank you, and Mr. Consul General, and to the entire delegation, to our respective delegations, welcome, and thank you for the privilege and opportunity just to share a few words and then advance our common cause as it relates to a low-carbon green growth agenda. I'd be remiss, in the spirit of the Lieutenant Governor's opening remarks, not to remark about how prideful I am on behalf of a state larger than 21 state populations combined in the United States of America, to also be a representative of the most diverse state in the world's most diverse democracy, where at our best we are living together and advancing together across every conceivable and imaginable difference. We're hardly perfect. I am not naive. There's humility in that. But we've long believed our diversity is our strength. 27% of the state, foreign born, a majority minority state. We practice pluralism at our best, a universal state. So it's a point of pride because it's a point that I want to emphasize. It's a state of mind as well at this moment. And I was reflecting at this moment, I see some green ties. I've got green eyes. As I was reminded this morning, as my 11-year-old pinched me, I said, "What was that?" As I was walking out the door, and I didn't have my green tie on. But I did take a little bit of time, and I was pulling up some words from the great poet Yeats. And forgive me, 2 lines. And they struck a chord with me in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, Mr. Governor. It says, "Wisdom is a butterfly. Wisdom is a butterfly, not a gloomy bird of prey." Wisdom is a butterfly, not a gloomy bird of prey. The conversation, Mr. Governor, we just had, I think, illuminated that contrast. The relationship to Sonora, the relationship to California, our relationship to this moment, and our relationship to the moments that are being advanced in Washington, D.C. There couldn't be a greater contrast. The wisdom, butterfly, not the gloomy. Enough. Point made, I hope. And it's a point I want to emphasize, one of relationships, one that represents a deep understanding of this Commonwealth, one that deeply reconciles the issue that brings us together, the issue of climate. This notion that we're all in this together, that we're all better off and we're all better off. And again, spirit of humility, I stand here as governor of a state that has been as much or more impacted by any state in the United States of America by Mother Nature, the most powerful force on planet Earth. She's chemistry, she's biology, she's physics. In the vernacular of some, she bats last, she bats 1,000. And if you don't believe in science, you got to believe your own eyes. You know, places, lifestyles, and traditions. Places literally just torn off the map. In California, Grizzly Flats, and Greenville, California, Paradise, California. But it's a way of expressing this mutuality that brings us together. It was a deep point of pride, Mr. Governor, that I had the opportunity with my wife, Jennifer, to be there, the tarmac, to welcome representatives from the Mexican government, firefighters, among the first to arrive, to have the backs of the people of our state, to be there in a state of emergency, at a time when a lot of rhetoric was being, thrown around. You guys backed your passion for this relationship with action, and you showed up and you stepped in at a critical moment. That's something you don't forget. But nor should Californians forget. This, one of the most devastating wildfires that has ever occurred in state history, one of the most devastating natural disasters in U.S. history, occurred in the middle of winter. In the middle of winter. Unprecedented dryness, 9 months without a drop of rain. A hurricane that had a fire attached to it. That devastation only putting more vividly the moment we're living in. The hot's getting hotter, the dry's getting drier, the wet's getting wetter as it relates to these atmospheric rivers. This nature of extremes. Extreme in our politics, certainly, but also the extremes as it relates to the realities of climate. And so I'm grateful that you're here to help advance our collective cause. I'm grateful that my team is here and has been working on the details of this MOU. I'm grateful that we're building on our proud past. I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to establish a brighter future. I'm grateful members of the legislature, the speaker on down, are here to be part of it, and the lieutenant governor. And I'm mindful that if there's any hope for the future, those with lanterns will pass them on to others. Meaning we are here to advance a cause, but we may not be around to realize that cause. And so in that spirit as well, I want to just thank you all for not only being here, but for your respective role that you are playing to advance this memorandum of understanding and to advance this relationship with the state of Sonora, the people of Mexico, the people of California, and the people of the United States. Thank you all very, very much for being here.
Thank you, Governor. Dr. Francisco Acuna, Executive Director of the Council for the Sustainable Development of Sonora, if you could please come to the table along with California Energy Commission Chair David Hochschild to sign the Memorandum of Cooperation. That concludes the ceremony. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.